today. From Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught by Richardson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 59 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
47 yards.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneer offense taking the field with all eyes in the stadium glued to their quarterback in season number 21. His first, of course, in Tampa, the great Tom Brady.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and he fires one incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady again. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 more. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. On the ground with Vaughn. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7.
From the gun, it's Brady. His pass caught at the 4. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play. That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, And even then, they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
The score, Buccaneers 3, Falcons 0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And as things start to come into focus here in the final weekend, their future still up in the air. Currently in possession of the 5 spot, but could fall entirely out of the postseason if this final day does not go their way.
Yeah, look, partner, most teams at this stage, you're not worried about your playoff seeding. You're worrying about being in the playoffs. So it doesn't matter whether it's number 5, 3, 7, whatever. If they win, they get in, and they'll worry about the rest of it after that.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. They shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
A loss of 11 yards.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Penalty marker on the field, however. Which side is this on? So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. His throw incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3, Falcons 0.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Ronald Jones.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the tackle.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
25-yard line.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Now Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. He's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season, but you read the local paper this morning. There was no talk of that mark. They interviewed him, and he wasn't talking about 1,000 yards. The old cliche focused on this game. If he has a big one, might be able to get the win and the 1,000 yards.
Seems like he just wants to let it come to him, right, as opposed to trying to force it. And that's probably the right idea and the right attitude. So game situation, play calling will dictate things. Now, how does he get there once he tries to get hot? Formations, route running, trying to get mismatches for him, different types of routes he will run downfield, short, medium, long. All those things will come into play as he tries to get to that magical number.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Oh, man.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And 20.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Meanwhile, the second quarter score from Carolina, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
By Deion Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 40.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way down to the 12.
Buccaneers.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
For the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
And here now come the Falcons. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Ryan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Falcons.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
To throw again is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run. It's Gurley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Ryan's pass.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
A gain of a yard.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Falcons 3.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
37-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Keyshawn Vaughn, the ball carrier. Darquez Denard brought him down. Brings up third down.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
To kick off for the Falcons.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down and 4, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Brady's throw there complete, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brady's pass there complete to Gronkowski. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here's Gurley. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Another carry now for Gurley.
Gurley again.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
sack. It'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Ryan with the handoff.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. William Golston in on the stop.
no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Ryan on 2nd down.
17-yard line.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan got a man, and he hits him in stride. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
But it's 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick here is good. And his 2nd field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
Falcons 6.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. But the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady able to get this to Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
48-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, Using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Brady now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and
To throw again on second down. Brady. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Brady to throw again. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Now he dumps this off over the middle. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. They need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
So first and 10 now from the 30. The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And the Falcon first down.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Ryan will throw again. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Again, Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Ryan's pass.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. first down, it's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. That's complete right around the 8th. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Keeps the score. Buccaneers.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So that'll back him up 5. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
4 yards. Complete to Mike Evans.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
The 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Yay on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Buccaneers, it will